Alright guys, if you want the chance to win some of these custom overmolded cigarettes, all you have to do is leave a like on the video, comment down below, make sure you guys are subscribed, and I'll be giving some of those away in next week's episode. Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Building Vietnam in Lego, and today we are going to be diving headfirst into working on this building here. I talked a lot about this in last week's episode, and then if you guys remember, I drew out some kind of concept drawings here of what I wanted the building to look like. So my goal is to, if anything, get this building built as much as possible with the parts that I have on hand, and it might not be the exact color combos that I want, but I can replace it later. I just want to get the general design of it done. So that's what I'm going to be working on, and I think I'll be able to do at least the first floor, because this is going to be probably a 2 or 3 story building. That section probably is going to be 2, this section is probably going to be 3, and then this is kind of like an upper tier section. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, at least. So I'm very curious to see how much I can get done. And like I said, most of it's probably going to be built in light bluish gray and white. Those are just some of the bulk parts that I have on hand. And then we can slowly go back and replace it with, you know, like reds or greens or anything that we want to make it look better, or maybe tan. So that's kind of what I'm thinking on that. And then I do want to play around with some tree designs. I don't know if I'll be able to get to that in this week's episode because I have all these plants here. But that is something that I do want to play with, because we still have to kind of work on this section. And then eventually we got to kind of figure out what we want to finish up back here. So those are all things that we got to think about. But for now, let's go ahead and I'm going to start working on this as much as possible. Okay, what I'm working on now is I've got the first revision of a staircase down. I did, let's see, 1, 2, 3 tiles. Then I did a kind of like a flat section, then I did 3 more than the flat section there. I think it looks pretty good. Most of this is going to be sidewalk, so this would kind of blend in nicely. That's the idea, at least. And then I added these bricks here. I went ahead and actually moved this back 2 studs, and I moved this out 2 studs, so I made it a little bit less deep and a little bit longer to kind of squish it and stretch it out left to right. And then what I'm doing is I'm taking these larger bricks that I got in last week's episode, and I'm elevating them up just 1 brick. And basically what this is going to be is kind of that, like, not outpost, but like kind of like a ledge or like a landing. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and elevate this 1 more brick here, and then put tiles on the top so he's got more cover up here. And I'm thinking that's what I want to do. I might end up putting a building there. I'm not too sure just yet, but I'm just kind of building, and we'll see what happens. And then I also printed out these pictures from a Brick Interest. I showed these in the past, but I got tired of pulling them up on my computer that's over there, looking at my mock, so I just printed them out so I have them right here. And then I have my drawing here that I've been slowly updating and adding to, if it'll focus. So I added the stairs, I extended this out, I added like a satellite dish, maybe like an AC unit, just stuff up top that I think can make this building look really cool. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to mimic here. And I've been thinking about what colors of parts do I want to use, and I'm thinking I might use these dark bluish gray bricks, and then I also have a bunch in like sand green, dark red. So I've got some other colors, but I'm just kind of thinking what my options are for colors for these 2 buildings here. So I'm going to keep working, and I'll bring you guys back when I have something else. Okay, I changed my plan on this, and what I've done is we take a bird's eye view here. I'm thinking I'm going to make this building here a perfect square, this one being a smaller rectangle in the back, and that way it'll make this kind of boardwalk, whatever we want to call it, section just big enough for figures to walk, but it won't be too big, because I think originally this was way too much space. I didn't know how to fill that space. I could do like little plant boxes and different plants and stuff like that, but it doesn't need to be that big, and I rather have the houses or the buildings to be a little bit bigger. So we're going to make this is exactly 18 studs by 18 studs here, and then a smaller one here. My question is, I just don't know what color to make this thing. I've got a bunch of white parts, and I don't know if white would look good or not. So I need to play with this, and I might have to order some parts. Another thing I did start working on was just kind of playing with tiling and putting down some sidewalks. I'm curious what you guys think of that. But I'm going to keep playing with this. I'm going to try to figure out what colors I want to use, and we'll go from there. Alright, another update. I just kind of went for it with the white parts. I think it's actually going to look pretty nice, so I'm just kind of going for it. And what I'm also working on is the smaller building over here. I think I'm going to do in dark bluish gray, because I found I had a bunch of door frames, and then I also forgot that I had a bunch of like window frames and door frames in white and some other detailing parts. Then of course I have these that I'm going to use on the top. And I'm really excited actually. I'm going to just keep building and see where this goes. I obviously have to finish the interior here. And then I got to find enough 1x1 bricks to fill that gap in so I can really start working on this. I'm going to be doing a total of, I think I'm going to do 3 bricks tall of these masonry bricks in dark bluish gray, and that's going to be the bottom layer, and then the rest is going to be smooth bricks, and it's going to only go up to here in dark bluish gray, and then it's going to go up maybe in like tan or something. I don't know what other color I'm going to use, but that's what I'm kind of working on now. You can kind of see the concept of how tall I want this kind of edge to be here. I don't know if I like how this door is off center when you walk up the stairs. I might move it over where it's something more like this. And then I would do this. And then with that 2/4, that'd be uneven though. So I'm probably gonna have to switch that back because I want this to be an even number of bricks like this right there, so you can see the actual bricks. And then I don't know if I like the window being right there. I might move it over right there, but I don't even know if I need a window right there. So just little things like this that I'm playing with, but I'm just gonna go ahead and keep building, and I'm gonna see where I end up and see if it looks good. If not, we can tear it down and start over. All right guys, so I've got the dark bluish gray put around this section here, and I was playing with maybe dark tan would look kind of good as a secondary color. I'm not too sure, but I was just kind of playing around. Like I said, this building is going to be probably 3 stories, so 2 and then 3, and then this one's just going to be this one and then 1 more floor. But one thing I did want to do on this side here is I want to make this section look destroyed. Maybe like this corner kind of blown out, and same with the corner on this building. So I don't know how I'm going to do that just yet. One thing that I can work on is building up this section here and then filling in all of this in here, and probably just using like larger plates like this. Actually, yeah, that fits perfectly. I'll probably use 2 of those because I actually have 1 more right here. Yeah, that'll actually work perfectly. So those 2 will go in there, and I'll raise that up 2 bricks and it'll be perfect. And then one thing, let's see, what else did I want to say? I was thinking on making half of this section, so these 2 bricks, a different color. I'm not sure what that color would be, but I was just thinking maybe even the dark red that I have down here with the bricks might actually look kind of good. I don't know, maybe we could do, instead of this side where there's more of the brick pattern, we could do the simple side where there's just the 1 line. I don't know, something to think about, something I'm trying to add more color and make these buildings look as best I can. So that's just something I've been thinking about. All right guys, we're gonna be picking the winner from episode 31. We've got 284 unique users found. We're gonna click this 3 times and the 3rd person will be the winner. Here we go, General Alexandros Pagos. Great video, I love the helicopter a lot. I've been trying to win a contest for over a year, maybe one day. Guess what? It is that one day. That is awesome. All you have to do, shoot me an email through BrickTactical.com. Just go to the contact page, send me your full address, name, zip code, all that fun stuff, and we can get that figured out. Alright guys, that's going to do it for episode 32 of Building Vietnam in Lego. I hope you guys are enjoying the progress coming along on this one specific building. I already started planning what I want to do for the building right here. Obviously there won't be bags of parts in the way, but right here I have a good idea, so I'm excited to do that. What I'm hoping to get done is I'm probably going to order some more parts, but I need your guys' help. In the comments down below, what colors do you think go together with white? Do you think this dark red would look good? And then for the dark bluish gray section over here, what do you think I should do for this next color, like on top? I don't like the dark tan. Maybe just like normal tan actually might look kind of good. I just got to play a little bit more and figure out what color looks the best. Just doing a little bit on camera. Sand green, maybe sand green, I'm not too sure, but what goes with that the best? And then let's see, what was the other question I had or comment is, should I do kind of a destroyed section on this corner? And then as far as building, what was I was gonna say something, I totally forgot. But basically what I'm working on in next week's episode, or what my goal is to get these first floors done and moved on to the second, finish this. It really, if I can't finish this whole building, I don't know if that's possible. I gotta see what you guys think as far as the colors go and see if I have them. If I don't have the parts, I'm gonna have to go ahead and order them. Another color that might look good is olive. And maybe not. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think of some colors that I could go with those buildings. And I hope you guys are liking the overall style of the buildings. And I hope you guys like my ideas so far. Let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like if you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for all the support on the channel, guys. If you want to check out last week's episode, I'll put a link right there. If you want to check out the full playlist, I'll put a link there. And then subscribe, click right there. We're making a push for 70... Or no, we're at 78,000 subscribers now, but I'd like to get to 80,000 before the end of the year. So if we could do that, that would be awesome. Thank you guys for the support. I'll see you next Sunday for another episode.